Alright, so reading what you said real quick. You said, not quite sure where I could improve. Hopefully someone can give me an idea. Thanks. Hi, Diamond. Oh, looks like you're Dutch Masters. Happy for you. I'm assuming you're currently High Diamond then. Okay. Hold on. I was paying too much attention to side things. I apologize. Okay, so first thing I'm noticing is I don't see your Orb of Harmony on anyone. It does not hurt to have it on someone when things aren't going on. I would really encourage you to have it on someone. I haven't seen a tab yet, and you're far enough in to where you could have tabbed. You don't even know if they just switched to a Widow or something, and you need to be taking cover. One of the first things I'm noticing, actually, you're not in cover at all. And as you get into Masters and Grandmasters especially, once you start watching some Grandmaster players, what you'll notice about the Zens is that they never leave cover. If they're in between, or if they're moving, yeah, there's the Widow. If you were still in the back, you would have been picked. But if Grandmaster players are moving, it's just because they're moving in between cover. And so I would really want you to focus more on cover right away.
And I quickly die. Need you on second. Yep.
Okay, just leave the point. We almost have some royalty.
They probably would have.
No, really? Okay, nice heal.
I don't want to say I told you so, but if you were in cover, you wouldn't have died to that Widow. And you haven't hit tab, so you might not even have known they had the Widow.
No, I'm not there.
I mean, I do like your comms at least. There is like top 500 players who don't use comms, but in my personal opinion, you do need to use comms to climb the most effectively. So I'm happy to hear that. Okay, so hold on, let's watch 2 seconds back.
Oh, we don't need ulti instinct. Genji.
Okay. What I thought I saw there wasn't correct, so don't worry about it.
They use Blade. They swapped the Genji for a soldier.
I'm happy to see that you hit tab.
He swapped again.
They should have beat, and they used Nano Blade.
Yeah.
And they used Primal. They didn't use Diva Bomb. They should have got. There it is.
That was a good call on the ult, too. Your team should have known it was coming. Your Winston apparently wants to feed, but you can't stop him from doing that. I would have liked to see some more communication with your team, because you would have been fine to die here if you would have known that they were popping the Nano Blade. So a simple tab, and you could have asked about the Nano Blade, would have been sufficient to make sure you saved your ult. I understand how stressful it can be. They already have half the point. It's only you and Ana on the point. But realistically, you could have used your ult, even now, hopefully not at this second, but even now and gotten more value out of it, keeping your monkey alive.
Nobody can do this Lucio. Ana, help! This Lucio's half.
Unfortunate that your Honor didn't assist you there. Very unfortunate. I never like to comment on mechanics because so right there's your cover again. If you would have gone out the right side where you had cover, you would have had no problem with that Widow. But like I was saying, I don't love to comment on mechanics. Eventually mechanics are necessary though, and because you're a higher ELO, I want to mention it. You need to at least try your best to make sure that you're doing some sort of aim warm-up, some sort of aim practice. Because I do believe that if you had better mechanics, you would have survived that Lucio. He wasn't hopping around like crazy. He didn't have the best movement, and I think that you could have fragged him, which might have changed that whole fight.
Yeah, just don't blame the rest of the team. You don't even peel for the Ana. The Ana just die every time from the from the Winston and the Diva, so I can peel for them, but not that much. Oh, she dies because she get dived by 3 or 4 of them, while the Rana is always alive. And we had the Genji, Trace, and Sombra. This is not normal.
Yeah, and the last fight, there is a Lucio on us on a Zen, and Lucio didn't finish. Okay, I couldn't kill you. I was aiming Lucio, but I failed. And Lucio killed our Zen.
Yeah,
Lucio...
yeah, I see that. I see that. Yeah, he just leave the voice chat.
But at least can you focus ears?
Yikes, your team didn't really look ready to roll out there. You might want to communicate it to them. Not that they can't hear, but that the match is about to start. I mean, that even just 5 seconds you wasted can be the win or the loss. It's all about min-maxing as you get higher ELOs. Higher ELO players, Grandmasters, top 500s, they're not these, like, just amazing, fantastic players who can never be stopped. It's just they do tons of little things better. And that would be an example of a little thing.
On me. He's half. Main. Baby Diva. Me get her. The Widow's dead. Can we jump Diana? She's right side, she's half.
You really got to be communicating with your monkey, or similar, so that you don't end up with a monkey and an Ana right in front of you that could melt you very easily. Good wall riding there to make sure the monkey can't really get value on you.
Can't get yoing, guys.
Hello, L1 point. Hello.
Yeah, the nanoed Winston using primary in our backline.
I feel like your monkey doesn't have the biggest clue what's going on, and that can always make things more difficult. But you know, we're not here to focus on the monkey, we're here to focus on your gameplay. Because there's ways that you can carry him, and there's ways that you can force him to figure out what he's doing.
We almost have this. Their monkeys. Top left. On our run.
I like the peel for the Ana. I still would have wanted to see you go to her sooner at the start of this fight. You weren't really getting much value over on that left side. I don't totally understand why you were over there. Yeah, so why did you sound barrier there? Like, if you watch this over, I know you sound barrier to save yourself, but you should know at this ELO that that's not a good use of your sound barrier. So why did you actually sound barrier here? Dead? And watch your kill feed. Your team has been getting the kills. Another one. So what did you... What were you going to achieve there? Nothing, really. Your team wasn't even really low. You were the only one who was most likely going to die. It would have been just as effective to just call for your Ana to heal you. And then you would have sound barrier going into second point here. I'd really like to not see you use your sound barrier like that. I would love to see you be on speed right now. So now imagine if your Ana had just been running a little bit faster, so she was right behind your monkey. She probably wouldn't have died. You're holding heals right now, even though no one needs heals around you. If you don't know what to hold, you should be holding speed, not heals. Your team has lost this fight, so I would hope that there would be calls for resets, so you can hurry on back.
Monkey dead. Just not full diet right now, and then we can push. Huge. Let's go, let's go.
See, so your Ana had to go back to spawn to heal herself because you weren't with her. If that Widow was a second faster, your Ana could have died. And that would have been the end of this,
Okay, just
what should be a good push.
Wanna blame me?
Okay, can
As Lucio, there's a couple different styles you can play, but a style that's hard to fail on is making sure that your Ana stays alive.
May on point. May 1, nice. Get 3 on point, guys.
Good call for the 3 on point. You have all the time right now, so you should have 3 on point.
On point. Lucio? Mookie, watch out. Back up. Beating this?
point, guys.
So who was in your beat? 2 people that have retreated, and then no one on point.
Yeah, healing on point right now.
I just want you to consider your beats before you use
Pulse
them.
half.
May 1 HP.
I would ask yourself, like, did you really get value
I got May.
out of your beat here at all?
May 1, nice.
Oh, I went a little far. I wasn't paying close enough attention. So Sombra translocated out, so you can assume she's safe.
Point, guys.
You know your Ana has been backing up that whole time, so you can pretty much assume that she's safe. So you really didn't beat anyone
Guys.
that needed it.
Point. Get on point.
Meanwhile, you have 2 critical heroes on that point, and that's going to be the fight.
Ball hack. Pulse half.
Okay, so we already saw.
Okay.
Who is still? Nice with Sombra. You are dead AF. Come back, Doomfist.
Yeah, I want to see a harder retreat here. There's no reason you guys should be fighting this. Not without your Sombra. Your comp is very, very much so wants to play on your Sombra, and you don't have it.
Monkey's hack.
Monkey Zack.
He's like. Can we get ball? Keep going.
That was a good speed boost in. Oh, I don't know why.
Holy shit.
You almost killed yourself there. Which is, yeah, there was no reason you had to die there. You ran into the mine. A little bit of a positioning tip there. You don't want to do that.
They use May.
Roll.
They should have.
Can we have some sleeps on Amond or some things?
They should have blade.
NG purple, right?
Yeah, let's go. I think we can go right
Ana's
side.
leave.
Ana's on main.
Ana no NT.
Ana's 1. On point. Ah, no,
Main no
backline.
cryo.
Again, same thing. Same tip I gave you earlier. A very successful style of Lucio is just making sure that your Ana's staying alive. And meanwhile, like, you're asking your Reaper to stay with Ana.
This winnable.
What value is your Reaper gonna get?
Monkey's hack.
Please don't. Please don't. Bad value there again. Horrible value. It's 6v4 on a 2 CP. You should know you're going to lose that. And you should lose that at that point. If you guys win that, it's
Anna, can you keep a sleep
by luck.
for the Amond or
Shut the
the
fuck up.
monkey?
Man, there is a shield.
Dying every
They
time
got
by
me, they
them.
got me, monkey
Yeah,
and
there's
Amon
2 of them.
got
You
me.
can't.
Yes.
Anna
sleep
can't
one
protect
of them.
herself.
Sleep one of them, please.
If you want to sleep, go Anna, go DPS if you want. I'm in DPS. I don't play support.
This is why he's not a flame. I just say you can keep him a fucking sleep for that. I don't flame you.
Dude, just.
There is 2 tank on me. Even Lucio is on me.
Hey, you can sleep one.
Okay, look.
Oh,
There, you
shit.
got slept. Okay, look. Let's go. Can we kill the ball?
heals,
Can we kill the
nice.
ball? We have Reaper. Let's go.
Oh, get out of those mines.
I can't help you with that. Anna.
You shouldn't need to worry about the mines too much. Worst case, if the mines are really in Anna's way, she can just throw a nade at them.
Indeed.
I would also, if you know you're going to get frozen, I'd love to see you
Kill
switch
him
to
fast,
heals.
kill him fast.
Your speed isn't going to be helping anyone while you're frozen.
Face her.
It's a quick little flick.
Kill the monkey.
Get the monkey. Get that monkey. Hey, right side.
I get why you beated it. You didn't get the value it could have because it got cut off by the Mei wall.
Aha.
Nice, we have time.
Easy, we got time.
I agree with playing Lucio again. I don't think that you were getting the value that you needed to on Zen. And it wasn't necessarily you, but you need to switch that up, especially with the Widow that was popping on you guys and stuff.
You're on the right, I think.
No,
Get
dive
that
on
top right.
top.
Dive on top. Let's go right, let's go right, let's go.
Hold
let's go,
speed,
let's
yep,
go, let's
yeah,
go, let's go.
good job.
There's one on the ground.
Mm.
No, we all got impede.
Yeah.
Die fast, guys.
Yeah, reset. We're just going to run main.
Yeah, unlucky. Big anti on you guys there.
Go left side this time.
Just go main, just go main.
Nope, stay back. Speed boost, yes. There you go.
This should be 0 time.
Just go left and Lucio you can touch or something. Okay, go main,
Hold on.
everyone's going
You don't
main.
need to touch
Yeah, there's no need for Lucio to touch here. You should be communicating that to your team. You guys have plenty of time for every single one of you to touch. And I hear you telling your Ana to come on. That's a good choice. Your Ana should be like in the back of point right now, realistically. No, apparently she didn't want to go back there. It's all right.
Why is not feeding?
It's unfortunate.
You to come on top.
We
If you
couldn't
let them
go
like
top. Just- Dive tank again. Triple dive tank. Nice.
Monkey.
So you have seen now that they have a Widow. You can see it in the kill feed. You might have hit tab. I kind of sped past it. You know that they have a Widow, so I'm curious to see how you play around cover. I have a feeling that you're not going to play around cover.
Nice one, Wizzo.
Get the monkey.
Yeah, no cover there. Big open. If that Widow would have just hit her shot, you would have died.
Or Widow somewhere. Widow main.
And you're even talking about the Widow right now, and you're not behind any sort of cover.
Guys, come back. Come back. Watch out for the Widow. She's main.
Boom, headshot. Yep, if she had aim, you would have died. Your head was completely exposed there.
They don't have weed anymore.
Yeah, they have Tracer. They're coming.
So where is your Ana right now? Do you know?
Come back.
Because you know they're running a full dive here, so you should know that you might need to jump to your Ana instantly to try and protect her.
No Tracer.
Diva low HP.
Even a mech. Can we stall Diva? Let's stall.
Leave her.
Let's stall her.
Yeah, I was kind of worried she might kill your Ana there.
That's good. That's up to
So
you.
you see that they're back on the Widow.
Yeah, they with them.
Good,
Pretty
good,
nice.
good.
That's the fun one.
You gotta mention that. And I want to see you behind cover.
And probably Diva bomb.
No cover at all. What if Widow was playing on that middle right there? You would have been dead. Again, you counter beat it, but you got cut off by the Winston bubble, so not everyone that needed your beat got it.
Barana.
Come.
Agree. Yeah, the only heals are on point. Dorana's one main.
Ana is 1 HP.
You see how that Lucio's staying by his Ana, so it's really hard for you to get that kill?
Okay, I'm a contest. Easy.
This is a last second stall. I can't say much about it, but it's unfortunate. You guys lost that because you didn't need to lose that. What I would really focus on for you personally is you need to dive into how you're playing around cover, how you're playing around barriers, and that's going to be general positioning for you, being with your tanks, being places that you're getting value, being with your Ana. There's quite a few different places that you could have been multiple times that you would have gotten some sort of value, but you did not get any value because you were in the wrong positioning. And that's unfortunate, but it's actually something that we see very commonly high diamond going into Masters, because you maybe have the mechanics, but you don't have the full game sense yet. And so really focus on your positioning and really focus on your alts. I think there was 3 alts total that you threw that actually had no use at all. There was other ones that were questionable, could have been used better, could have been used worse, but multiple alts that did not get any value at all. And it's not just, oh, the Somber EMP'd my alt. It's, oh, I threw the alt when we didn't need it. And so I would really encourage you to take another look back at your alt use and your positioning. Other than that, man, pleasure to watch it. I appreciate you posting this.